Hey everyone, it's ravneet from attackthepaint.com. Today we're going to go over the scouting footage of the most talked about international player of this year's draft, Dragan Bender. He's 7 foot 1 inches long with a 7'2" wingspan. He can play a little bit at the 3, the 4, and the 5. However, I do believe that he's best suited to play at the power forward position until he gets stronger. He turned 18 in November, so he's very young. At times he got benched for more experienced players. Thus, his numbers are fairly low. He played about 10 minutes per game on average during this last year. Now let's check out some of his footage from the last 2 years, starting with his shooting. He's not a great shooter yet by any means, but he's not a player you want to leave open. He shot 33% from the floor and 25% from distance. Most of his shots come from distance, spotting up and waiting for someone to pass him the ball. Bender is a good pick and pop shooter, but he wasn't used to set many screens. He has trouble creating his own shot, so he needs to be used more in pick and pop action. He's very inconsistent as a shooter right now. His shot mechanics are good overall, but he has a ways to go still. His release time could be a bit quicker. He stays balanced, which is good, but he's just not very consistent yet, and part of it is probably his lack of confidence. When he becomes more of a respected shooter, he will be able to attack the basket more often. Bender does have a quick first step, and he's able to get past slower big men and even some guards. If he gets close enough to the basket, he is able to finish well due to his height. However, he sometimes shoots too far away from the basket, and he shies away from contact. Dragan has a nice hook shot, and it's pretty effective when he's close to the basket and has position. But once again, at times he shoots too far away from the rim, making the shot a lot harder. One of the best parts of Bender's game right now is his transition scoring. He runs the floor hard, is able to get to the opposite end quickly, and finish. Bender is also an excellent passer. It's the most NBA ready part of his game in my opinion. He's a very good passer in transition as he's able to pass the ball down court easily. He's a patient post passer, and once he becomes stronger and a better post-up player, he will be able to find cutters easily. He has good vision and he is able to drive and kick the ball out as well. Let's look at his defensive abilities now. With a 7'2" wingspan, it's only natural for him to be a good shot blocker. He doesn't have great lift off the floor, but he does have good blocking instincts. If he's not able to block the shot, he's at least able to affect most shots with his long arms. As a result, he's a pretty good perimeter defender. He's able to affect most shots in the post as well, like we talked about, but he's also not strong enough yet to hold his ground. When he got scored on the inside, it was because he lost his interior position. Bender is not a great leaper by any means, but he is able to get plenty of offensive rebounds due to his height and wingspan. He chases the ball after a miss, and he can tip the ball multiple times until it gets to him. He's an okay defensive rebounder, but he needs to get stronger. On both of these free throws, you'll see that he allows his man to get the rebound, so he needs to box out better as well. He's laterally quick enough to keep up with most big men and many guards. However, he can play some guards too tightly, and then they're able to get past him. Bender is an okay pick and roll defender. He could be very good eventually, but sometimes he doesn't quite know where he should be. Dragan likes to be in the paint and block shots, but as a result, he drifts away from his man, leaving him open for the shot. So what have we learned about Dragan? Essentially, he's young and full of potential. He could be a very good defender and a pretty good offensive player. I don't think he's quite there yet, and you can't expect an 18-year-old to be. Bender is being constantly compared with last year's international man of mystery, Kristaps Porzingis. There are definitely some similarities between them, which is partly why Bender is being so highly ranked. Nonetheless, Porzingis has proven that he was NBA ready. I don't expect Bender to make quite the impact Porzingis did in his rookie year. It might take him a year or maybe even two before we see what Dragan can really do. Because of his young age and limitations so far, I do believe there is more risk with him than with some other players who have been very successful at the college level. All that said, I believe Bender will be picked somewhere in the top 6 in this year's draft. If you enjoyed the video, share it, and please hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this one. This is ravneet from attackthepaint.com, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.